Good day, my name is Braden and today I'm going to be showing you how to use the DS100. Now right off the bat, as you can probably see, the DS100 does have two fingerprint readers. What this allows you to ultimately do is to either sign two employees in at once or use one as in and one as out, just so that you can get a more accurate time and attendance as well as access control system. So essentially what we want to do is we're going to show you first off the features of the device, what it currently has physically. As I've already stated, it does have the two fingerprint readers, and if you look just at the bottom, it has an SD card slot to allow for more memory. Just underneath here you've got a USB slot and your reset button. With this device, you've got your navigation keys just over here, your down arrow, your up arrow, your right and your left, and then we've got just the number pad just over here, your off button over here, as well as your 0 button, and your escape key up over there, as well as your menu and OK key just down over here. So, in order to access the menu for the first time, we're going to hold the menu and OK key. And there we go. Here is our menu. What you can see in here is you can see nothing when I have my hand in the way. You can see the user management, which is the first option that's currently highlighted. Comms, which is the next one. Sorry about that. Comms, which is the next one. System, date and time, download and upload, auto test, record, and system info. So first things first, we're going to add users onto this device and we're going to go through user management. So we're going to press the MOK key. Now what you can see is it says new user, manage an SMS. Don't have to worry about the SMS function so much. We're going to use the new user first. And as you can see, the first ID it gives us is ID number 1. We're not going to worry about a name. We're going to rather worry about the FP, which stands for fingerprint. And as you can see, it now states Enroll Fingerprint. So we're going to say OK. And I'm going to place my finger 3 times on this. So I'm just going to move it over here. 1, 2, and 3. And what it will do is it will state that it is a success. Those 3 green bars mean that all 3 were registered properly and successfully, otherwise it would deny me the fingerprint. You can obviously just restart if it does so. So we're going to now say OK, and this now gives me the option to add another fingerprint if I so wish. I could add all 10 fingerprints, but I'm not going to do so for the sake of this video. So I'm going to say escape, and now you can see enroll FP number 1, which means that we do currently have 1 fingerprint enrolled on this device already. So I'm now going to go to the next option, and that is for password. So as you can see, it asks to input a password. I'm going to put in the password of 1. Let's say next to affirm it. I'm going to say 1 again, and then I'm going to say OK, and OK once more. Now you can see that little key icon has appeared, and that little key icon stands to state that I have a password on this device. Then I'm going to go down one more time and I'm going to enroll a card. So now you can see it asks for a card. The card I'm going to be using is this card over here, which is my admin card. I'm going to put it right in the middle of the device. And as you can see, it's now given us a card ID and stated that it is successfully registered. So we're going to say OK. We're then going to say escape. It's going to ask us, do you want to save? And we will say menu OK for yes. So I'm going to exit the menu completely now, and I'm going to try and get in. Ooh. Sorry about that. As you can see, The mistake that I've made here is I haven't shown you the purview option. Now the purview option is under, if we go back to user management, just to select me. Sorry, it's a bit difficult navigating upside down. So we're just going to go down to the edit option over here, and we're going to scroll down to user. Now that is the purview. So at the moment I'm set to only be a standard user, and we're going to change that to admin, and we're going to say OK and OK. Now that little padlock option has appeared next to my number, which means I am now an admin on this device. So now I'm going to completely exit the menu, and when I try and get in, you're going to see a padlock appear. That padlock now means that no one can get into this device except for the administrator. So for this, I'm going to log in using my fingerprint. There we go. Unfortunately, I delayed that a little bit too much, so all it's done only is sign me in. So I'm rather going to sign in with the card just to be a bit faster. There we go. So now I'm in the menu over here. So what you can see is that does not allow us to actually get into the menu due to the fact that there is an admin on there. But if you are the admin, obviously you can get in. So I'm now going to register another user. This user is known as ID2. Skip past the name, skip past the fingerprint, skip past the password, and we're just going to put in a card for this user. Card we're going to be using is card number 2. There's their ID. We say OK, but we're keeping them as a user, bear in mind. We're going to save changes, exit completely, and try and get into the menu. Now what you're going to see is it's going to deny them access because they are only a user and not an admin.
Access denied.
As you can hear, access denied. So if I take my admin card, there we go, back in the menu. So users cannot enter the menu whilst an admin card is present or an admin is present on this device. Obviously if there is no admin, then anyone can access. So I always recommend to keep an admin on the device just to maintain that extra level of security. Next option we're going to go to is the comms option, which is just over here. That is for your network settings. So there it is, network. We're going to say OK. And over here you can see it states IP address, subnet mask, gateway, and net speed. The IP address will be whatever your IT department sets up for you, usually a static IP. The subnet mask will usually stay the same as it appears on the device, and the gateway will pertain to your company. Once that's all done, we can actually link it to the software, and that makes everything a lot easier for you, where everything can then be done through the software as opposed to just on the device. So we're going to exit over there, and I'm going to show you another setting on this device under System and under MISC Settings. Now, from over here, if you see the two bottom options called Key Position and In and Out, what it actually states down here, I don't know if it's picking it up just yet, there we go, you should be able to just see it. It states key position left and in and out in. Now at the moment the key position you don't have to worry about just yet. That in and out in is the problem currently. So what that currently means is the way that it's set with the in for in and out means that the fingerprint readers can read 2 employees at once. But if you only wanted to read 1 employee at once and have it set so that this side is in and the other side is out, then what you'll actually do is you'll change that in to a Y. And to change that in to a Y, you're going to go all the way down until we're currently on here. My camera's just not picking it up yet. There we go. You should be able to see the little thing down over there. Right there, it says in. And we're just going to flip that over. There we go, arrow key. Y. So now it states in position left. And what that means is my in button will then be left, and my out button will be right. You don't have to worry about it saying right. All that means is you just need that one button over there, and all that basically states is that the in button will be the left button, and the right button will be the out button. You can switch between, so if I go down to there, right is now in, left is now out. But for now we're going to leave it as such. So what's also in MISC settings is your sleep time and a power button. At the moment the power button is set to off, so that if I hold the power button over here in the middle, which is my 0 button as well, it's not going to power the device off. And my sleep time, the device will go into sleep mode after 30 minutes of no use. The device also comes with a bell function, so you can set different bell times to work with a siren and to go off. As you can see there, if I click over here and say OK, I can set the exact time as well as volume, the amount of times it actually rings, and the sound it makes when it goes off. That does link up to a siren and essentially help let you know when your break times are, etc. The other little thing to find in here, actually there's nothing else in here, it's in another menu for this device. Let's actually go out of here. We'll go to date and time. And here is where you can set your date and time. So you get your year, month, day at the top, your time just below it, your daylight savings times if you use, but we don't generally use that in South Africa. Just below you'll see your download, upload options. There we go. And that is for the flash drive. What this allows you to do is it allows you to actually download from the flash drive, and as you can see here you've got UDisk download, then you've got your other options being your UDisk upload, your SD download, and your SD upload. So your UDisk download and upload are from your flash drive, and basically that allows you to either download employee data or access log data, and your SD download and SD upload are the exact same thing but from an SD card instead of a flash drive. Otherwise, that's pretty much all you need to know in terms of this device. Anything else that you would need to ask, you could always just give our support center a call, and we'd be more than happy to help you through it. Thank you so much.